I just finished watching the newest season of Smiling Friends created by Michael Cusack and Zach Hadel. I know this because I have eyes. I feel like I should also mention that this is the first season to have a consistent director for all the episodes in David Hutzel, and you're not gonna guess how I know that. Before I get into this season though, I think I should mention that season 1 of Smiling Friends is potentially my favorite season of television ever created. I've rewatched it multiple times, I've seen the commentary track multiple times. I think it's just the perfect season of television. Now as for season 2 and 3 on the other hand, it's alright. It's not like I think it's bad or anything, they're just not as good, you know? It's very evident that there's new writers within the writing room, and it's kind of lost that inside joke appeal that the first season had. A lot of the newer jokes either run on too long or just feel very repetitive and annoying. It feels like people trying to replicate Zach Hadel's comedy style to mixed results. I feel like the biggest example to this problem is how reoccurring characters like Mr. Boss are within the later seasons. It was very evident within season 1 that Mr. Boss was one of the standout characters who had a lot of fan reverence, and it just feels like the writing room is trying to replicate that every season now. He's just very overexposed, and it's led to the jokes just not landing as well as when they used to be more sporadic and random. Anyway, that's enough general talk, let's get into the season 3 ranking.
And now, here is a word from our sponsor.
This video is brought to you by the Obscura Media Social Club, aka the Content Fan Discord server. That's right, you could join it right now. Why wait when you can join? Join. 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 Join, 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 join.
And now back to your regularly scheduled program.
My least favorite episode this season is episode 2, the Mr. Frog Spotlight episode. It's kind of obvious that they don't really know what to do with this character anymore. I think they used up all the celebrity commentary and humor they had within his first appearance, and it's just kind of left the character stagnant. So I think it was a good idea giving the character finale and letting them not have to worry about him anymore. It was nice seeing more depth to Mr. Frog, but the ultimate problem was I just didn't find the episode funny. It was a lot more serious than other episodes, and I think it does work well. It fits the purpose, but it's not what I'm looking for out of this show. Number 7 on my ranking is actually episode 7, the Schmaloogles. I think this episode has a massive pacing problem. Like, to me, the conflict and resolution is just introduced way too quickly, and I think it feels even more unsatisfying narratively because so much time is wasted on two very long-winded and unfunny jokes. I think both the clerks joke at the start and the bodega joke could have been cut, and it wouldn't have changed this episode much. But there are good moments in here. I like Charlie's training montage with the Schmaloogles. I do really like the clerk's cameo at the end. But overall, it's just okay. Next on my list is episode 8, the Glep Ep. The concept of seeing Glep throughout human history is really funny and could have been a really good episode, but just like the last episode, I don't think they gave it enough time to properly explore it. And just like the last episode, so much time was wasted on the Frosty the Snowman joke at the end when it could have been used to explore more of the history with Glep. Glep interacting with human history is definitely the highlight. The Black Death scene is really funny, but other than that, the episode's okay. Next on my list is episode 3, Mole Man. This one is not bad. I really enjoyed seeing Alan and Glep do a Smiling Friends mission. I think the commentary on the fandom and OCs and things like that was done well. I just think the penis joke wore thin very quickly. I wish they did more jokes targeted towards the obsessive fan side of the character rather than the penis side. Next on my list is episode 1, Silly Samuel. I think I'm the most conflicted on this episode because on one hand, I do really like the Mr. Boss and Alan plotline, but on the other hand, I don't like the Silly Samuel one. I feel like a lot of this review is just me saying that a joke isn't funny to me, but like, I just find Silly Samuel so grating and annoying. And if I'm completely honest, I don't really see the joke with a lot of Silly Samuel's lines. The character is just angry, it's not like anything he's saying is funny or he's in any funny situations within the episode, which I guess is kind of the point, but it just leads to it being very boring in one note. However, the Mr. Boss and Alan plotline does save this episode and has some of my favourite lines from this season. So overall, it's alright. Next on my list is episode 6, Scrim Returns. Honestly, this is just a solid episode. I like the humor at the start about Charlie calling in sick. Scrim has a very solid character design that harkens back to classic animation, and a lot of his movements and everything just looks so satisfying and nice. Plus, I really love the creative visuals when Charlie actually does get sick off the kebab. The episode doesn't ever feel dull or unsatisfying, I think it's generally really good. And similarly, next on my list is actually episode 5, Pim and Charlie Save Mother Nature. And just like the last episode, the plot structure feels satisfying and doesn't feel disjointed. It has very creative characters with the Mother Nature characters, and I fucking love the Alan and Mr. Boss plotline. I swear to God, this is the best character duo. Both 5 and 6 are just very solid episodes. And finally, my favorite episode from this season is episode 4, Curse of the Green Halloween Witch. It's not that this episode is particularly the funniest, but it is the most creative. I fucking adore the stop motion beginning at this episode, it looks so good. And throughout the entire episode, there's so many cool and creative horror visuals that feel so good to look at. You can tell a lot of the animation budget just went to this episode particularly. And hey, there's a Silent Hill cameo. Nothing can be bad with Silent Hill's name on it. Nothing whatsoever. And on top of the brilliant animation, I just think the gags are good as well. I like the Mr. Boss reacting to the movie gag. I like the Pim being ignored gag. I like the green witch gag at the door where they won't give it a dime. This is definitely the highlight of the season. If you're gonna watch any season 3 episodes, watch this one. Anyway, wanking done. Overall, it's an alright season with a lot of ups and downs, but personally, I think it does still come out rather good at the end. I think in the future, a lot of people are going to look at this post-season 1 era of season 2 and 3, and look at it as the beginning of the end of Smiling Friends, kind of like what they've done with season 3 of Rick and Morty. But that doesn't mean the product's bad or there isn't episodes of value within the mix. Personally, I recommend you give it a watch. There's much worse things to watch on television. If I had to give this season a rating, I would probably give it somewhere between a 3 and 4 out of 5. It honestly depends on which day you ask me. Fuck it, it's 4 out of 5 today. Hi everyone, thanks for watching today's video on Smiling Friends. It's been a while since I've uploaded something, and there's a few updates I have. For starters, we actually have a Patreon now. For $2 Australian a month, you can have access to videos early and a bunch of other perks through the Patreon. Hell, if you paid for the Patreon, you could have seen this very video 2 days early. We also now have a Discord server, the Obscure Media Social Club. I'm going to be uploading polls and other things related to the channel there, so if you want updates, join there. Or hell, if you just want to chat, join as well. And finally, I have 2 other videos coming out this month. But other than that, that's it. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. I hope you have a great day, and mwah, love you.
Absolutely.